Hello, my friends, and welcome. Michelle Withers here. We're talking all things sponsoring today. How y'all doing? Hello. What's happening, y'all? All right, getting that message out. Gonna do a little sharing. Ruby, girlfriend, how you doing? Miss Karina, how y'all doing? Hello. Welcome. Make sure you tell us where you're from and which company you're with. Some of you have your own companies, some of you are MLMs. Lots of different friends come and follow us. How are you? Are you ready to rock and roll today? We're going to be talking about sponsoring. I love this topic so much. So much. This is such an important one to understand depending on what company you're with. So important. All right. Hi, Miss Tara. How you doing? Good morning. Hello. All right. I'm just getting this shared out. I'm sure if you are interested in recruiting, you always have friends that also are. So make sure you tag them down below in the comments or share this out and let them know, hey, come join us. And hello. And then give me a hot second and we'll give you a chance to get our freebies for today. I just need to connect the live to it. Dun. All right. Hello, friends. Oh, thank you for sharing, Tara. You're the bomb. Ooh, let's attract some coaching clients, girlfriend. Tomorrow, I'm also doing a webinar on lives. That could be a really good fit for you, Ruby, also. Hello in Idaho, Miss Andrea. So glad you're joining us. Hello. Hey, Karina. How y'all doing today? What is the best part of your day? What's been the best thing you've had happen today? It is so funny. So I look out, my backyard has really big pine trees. It kind of looks like I live in a campground. And it rained really hard last night. And then the sun came out and it started raining really hard again for another hour. And now the blue skies are peeking through. I'm just like entertaining myself with the variety of weather I'm getting in the last just 12 hours. But I love sleeping, listening to the rain hit the roof. I really do. Do you guys like the sound of the rain when you're sleeping? What's your favorite sound? Hey, Miss Judy. Hey, Miss Barrows. Is it Bea? Hello. Hey, Trina. Hey, how you doing, Miss Bugs? Hey, Betty. You need to attract team members. Let's do it. Oh, what do you sell, Miss Betty? Arkansas paparazzi. I love it. Oh, Ruby, you're the sweetest. This training is a good part of your day. Have you done some coaching today or taught? You were teaching yoga, right? I'm trying to remember which. I know there was a time you were doing water aerobics. Are you doing yoga right now? Ocean waves, right? Betty, Sensi in the house. I love it. Love the sound of the rain, right? Me too. Hey, Miss Bobby, how are you? Good morning, my friends. Super thrilled that you are here. The real thrilled. We are going to have a blast. So get the word out. Let people know to come. You're the thrilled that you are here. Sorry. Got some back feed there. There we go. Got to control my back feed. All right. Boom, chakalaka laka. All right. You're great. Chat culture in the house. You love the sound of the rain. I'm so glad. That's awesome. I love it. That is the best. I love the sound of waves. I will pay a lot of money to have my room as close to the ocean as possible when we go to the beach, because I absolutely positively love the sound of the waves. Sleeping there with the sound of the waves close. Oh, it is heaven on earth. Absolutely. So how are we all doing today? So make sure you've commented #Queen to get our goodies today. Make sure you share this out and comment revolution. You are great. I am so glad. So glad. All right. So make sure you tell me where you're from, which company you're with. Share, comment #Queen so you get the goodies. So we have free images to help you with your engagement through March. We have a goal setting sheet. We also have 10 tips on boosting your algorithms in 10 minutes. 10 tips on boosting your algorithms in 10 minutes. It is awesome. So make sure you comment #Queen, and then you got to click on the button when you get a message from us that says get the goodies. Get the goodies. Okay. So look for that. All right. Look for that. And make sure you've clicked on that. I'm just sharing this out. Dun, 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 dun. Welcome, everyone. Say hi and let us know where you're from. All right. Okay. Let's see if. All right. You can't click the link. Which link is that, Miss Bobby? So when you comment #Queen, you get a message from Miss Bobby. When you get that message, click on the button that says get the goodies. Do you see that button that says get the goodies? You need all the help you can get, Miss Tara. I totally understand. We got Miss Daniela with Paparazzi in Florida. Hey, lady, welcome. Hey, Melinda, how we doing? See if you can help us get the word out. You got it. Yay, awesome. Good job doing #Queen. Excellent. All right. Paparazzi with Michigan. Awesome. Okay. So give me an idea of how big your team is right now. How many are on your team currently? So that, and actually I'd like you to put 2 numbers. Put how many you've personally sponsored, and then put how many people, see, personally sponsored, and then how many are on your team total. So you might have like, I've recruited 10 people and I have a total of 20 people on my team. So you'd have 2 numbers. 1. Okay, awesome, Betty. We all start at 0, so that's a great place to start. All right, Miss Bobby, 1. Awesome. Thank you for helping to start a revolution, Miss Merrill. I appreciate that. 4 personal, 4 total. Gotcha, Clarice. Awesome. 25 and 6. Nice job, Jacqueline. We only got 3. Fabulous. Hey, Brenda. Welcome. Wow, Pamela, you have a team of 2,700. Can you remind me which company you're with, hun? Or Pamela. I'm sorry. I think I said Brenda. I apologize. Not sure what I said. Let me start over. Pamela, you have 2,700 people on your team. Remind me what you sell. That's amazing. Hey, Tora, how you doing? Good job. Some of you are just getting started. Nice job, Andrea. 17 direct, 69 total. Yeah, just a small fraction work their business. What do you sell, Miss Andrea? Pink zebra. Oh, Pamela, that's awesome. You know my girl, Krista. I love her. Love her. Wow, Miss Hill. 52 and 148 total on your team. Nice job, Lisa Martin. 20 people. Fabulous. You guys are doing an excellent job. All right. So let's have a chat about recruiting, sponsoring, whatever you like to call it, and really like dig in to what you can do with your business. Okay. Sponsoring is just to give you a little background. I was with 3 different. Oh, she's on your downline. Oh my gosh, Pamela, how awesome. I love that. Okay. So just to give you a little background on myself, I have been with 3 different direct sales company. There was some scrapbooking, there was jewelry. Nope, it wasn't paparazzi. It was actually before paparazzi even started. Shows you how old I am. And a clothing company. All right. I grew teams quickly in all 3 of those. I've earned lots of awards with recruiting, team building, also helping my first downline recruit their first people. So I've had a variety of experience. And so hopefully I can give you some ideas that inspire you and get you kind of excited, because there are people that are looking for you. And I think that's one of the most important things is to keep in your head and your heart, is that there is somebody looking for you. And when you set your goals, you help other people achieve their goals. And this is something I'm very, very passionate about, is helping. I'm just going to move this camera over a little bit. Is helping remember that when you set your goals, you're going to help somebody else do something that's important to them. Okay. And that is really powerful. I bet all of you have a mix of, I want to make money, but I also want to help other people and make an impact in other people's lives. You probably, all of you have a little bit of both. And isn't it just rewarding when you help somebody else make money, somebody else grow their confidence, somebody else have, the power to get out of debt or quit a job? Like, that's an amazing feeling. And that might be something you've done or something you're looking forward to doing. Okay. And so I want to say that one more time. I want you all to comment this. When I set my goals, I help somebody else accomplish theirs. Can you all comment that? I know it's a little bit of thumbing it. When I set my goals, I help somebody else accomplish theirs. And I just want you to own that and really think about that, because you can do anything you want in this business. Okay. There are so many people looking for you, and there are effective ways to find them and effective wording to have a really good conversation to find who need you and who you need. And it's just amazing. Okay. Exactly, Miss Lisa. I love it. When I set my goals, others will accomplish theirs. Okay. You are the tool. You are an earthly angel. Did you know that? You are here to help somebody else with that heartfelt prayer they have. You are the answer to somebody's prayer. Does God usually just come down and solve our problems and answer our prayers? No. He sends each of us to help each other. You found this webinar today not by accident but because there was something you needed to hear. Okay? Those things happen. They're not fluke things. They're not by accident. Okay? Exactly. You guys are awesome. I love this. Owning that. It really does a lot for your mental. Okay? Exactly. And Ruby, even though your goal isn't to recruit people, your goal is to help people with their fitness goals. Your goals will help somebody else accomplish theirs. So no matter what you're doing, it's amazing how incredibly powerful that is. All right. The other thing, so let's talk a little bit about goal setting. Some of you may feel like goal setting is basically a 4-letter word. Some of you may be, no, please don't talk about goal setting. I hate goal setting. Okay. How many of you are feeling like, no, the last thing I'm going to do is, how many of you does the word goals? So let me just ask this, because I want to keep it as positive as possible. But on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 meaning I love it, I do it all the time. 1 meaning I don't do it. It just, I avoid it with all my energy. 5 is something, well, I sometimes set goals. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you love setting goals? 1 being I avoid it with every ounce of my soul. I hate it. It scares me. 10 meaning I love it. I do it all the time. I've seen the benefits of it. I think it's powerful. Okay. Where's your mindset? 5 is somewhere in the middle. Sometimes I do it. Sometimes I don't. All right. So tell me your number. On a scale of 1 to 10, how comfortable, how enthusiastic are you about setting goals? 115. I love your honesty. Good job, guys. All right. I love the honesty. I got a 10. I love it. I love it, Dr. Sheila. Love it. 5 in between. Okay, Andrew. Nice. Okay. So I'm just going to tell you a quick story because this is really powerful. Porter loves doing goal setting. So if y'all know my son Porter, he's my assistant. Ruby's an 8. I love it. Okay. And here's the thing. I want you to notice this. There are people at 1s and there are people that are much higher than that. You have this broad range. Okay. And you can go from a 1 to a 10. Okay. I want you to remember that. Everyone here that was at a 1 at one point. Okay. Everybody has been at a 1 at some point. Okay. And so it's okay. It's all right. So I'm going to tell you a little story, and I hope that helps you get out of your 1 a little bit and see the power in goal setting. And if y'all have any sticky notes close, anybody got sticky notes? If you do, tell me what color they are. Love me little sticky notes. Okay. So this is what I want you to do. Okay. Hear the story, and then I'm going to have you set a goal for, so we're kind of in the middle of March. So how many you would personally sponsor between now and the end of April? So about 45 days. All right. So think about your number as I share the story. All right. So 1 million years ago, not quite, but almost, probably about 18 years ago, I had this awesome experience. I was working with a coach, and she told me to set my goals. Okay. Now, just to give you a little bit of an idea, I had earned a company trip. I had a pretty high title in my company. I had a pretty big team. And I was doing really good sales. I lived in North Dakota, which almost every party I drove to was almost 100 miles one way. So 200 miles round trip. I was working my booty off. Okay. And I'd accomplished some great things. The goals were in the back of my head, but I'm like, really? I have to write them down. And so I paid this coach, and we only talked to her once every 30 days. And it was at the time, do you remember those group phone or what do you call, when you dial in and a whole bunch of people can hear you? What do they call that kind of calling now? Oh my gosh, I just had a, brain lapse here. Y'all tell me what it is. Conference calling. Is that what it was? And so we didn't even get to see her voice. It wasn't even Zoom, right? And the first month she told us we had to set our goals. And like I said, I was dragging my feet, and is it really that big a deal? And so I'm on day 28 because we're meeting with her every 30 days, right? And I'm like, okay, I really should do the thing she told me to do. I am paying for this coaching. So I finally sat down on my computer. This is when, your Wi-Fi was, clicked into your computer. There was a cord and you got mail. It was this long ago. All right. I didn't have email on my phone. So I stayed up one night. I had two tiny little kids. I had like a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old. And I put them to bed. I set my goals and go to work. Okay. And here's what happened. Okay. So I want to share a little bit with you. First of all, some of my thinking that was really, some of my thinking was really hurting myself. And when I say this, you might go, oh, I've thought that. I've been there. Okay. And some of you may really have an awesome aha moment, because your thoughts have a lot to do with what you attract. Okay. Let me say that one more time. Your thoughts have a lot to do with what you attract. What you think about is what you bring about. So y'all can follow my friend Sidrid. She says that. I also believe in what you focus on grows. Okay. So here were my thoughts when I sat down to write my goals, what I was struggling with. Okay. I had a pretty decent size first line. I wanted my second, my third lines to grow. And there was two thoughts. One thought was, if I have this many people, how will I train them and take care of them? So we call that fear of success. Okay. If I grow this much, if I have the people, will I know how to take care of them? Will I know how to train them? Will I know what to do? Fear of success. So I want you to comment success if you've ever had fear of success. If I do this, what might somebody else think of me? If I have it grow that much, how would I manage it? You might have, if it grows, how will I keep taking care of my family? Or what will I do with my full-time job? Okay. There's all sorts of fear of success. I want you to comment success if you relate to that at all. So part of me was almost resisting the growth because I wasn't sure how I'd manage it. And I had this, now I personally, you can call it law of attraction. You can call it intuition. I personally believe in prayer, and that I get answers to prayer through just ideas that come to my heart and my mind. You can call it whatever you like. Okay. I'm not here to tell you what your, personal beliefs should be. That's just what I personally call it, but you call it what works for you. Cause I'm sure you've had thoughts, ideas, little, maybe even feel like a voice that kind of says, do this, don't do this. Sometimes it keeps you safe. Other times it's a business idea. Okay. So I had this very clear message come on my heart that said, if I bless you with that many people, I will bless you with a way to know how to take care of those people. Okay. And so that's what's so cool about this, is to know you're going to grow as your team grows. You're going to learn things. You're going to find the right book. You're going to find the right training. You're going to collaborate with the right person. And that's what I found, is as things grew, I grew, and I found the resources, the ideas. I personally grew with what my goals were. Okay. And that was very powerful. That is something I needed to, in my gut and soul, remember and understand, and that message I needed. Okay. So did that help you? So I want you to think about that phrase. If I give you that many people, I will give you a way to train them. If I bless you with that much business, I will give you a way to make sure you can send those out. If I bless you that much business, I'll give you a way to balance your family and your business. If I give you that much business, I'm going to give you a way to figure out your full-time job in your business. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. Did that resonate? If I give you that much, I'll bless you with a way. So I want you to all comment blessed or intuition. Okay. Whatever works for you and your personal beliefs, comment blessed, because I want you to know your goals can happen and you can find what you need to then make that truly come to pass and in a good way that you're happy in the end. Okay. So can y'all feel that? Does that make sense? Okay. Now, the next thing is I really wanted my second and my third downlines to grow. And this was the thought in my head. Okay. So you ready for my next stinking thinking thought? I cannot put a gun to these people's heads and make them recruit. How on earth do I set a goal that requires somebody else to take action? This is just not okay. Like, I can't set goals that require somebody else to do something. And that was just frustrating the heck out of me. Okay. How do I make my second and third downlines grow? And I really, like, when team leaders work with me, I just like try to stop them when I hear, how do I make my team work? Okay. There's no such thing. We don't make 2-year-olds work. We don't make, we don't make any human being do anything. Sometimes we can inspire. Sometimes we can give them some ideas. And hopefully I'll give you some ideas today that you'll feel a little more empowered on how to do that. And so the thought in my head was I couldn't put a gun to somebody else's head and make them do things. And this just, like, I just was struggling with it. So I want you to comment gun if y'all know what I mean, if you've ever kind of had that thought, especially if you're trying to grow your second and third downlines, or even if you have a goal to sell. Some of you might even almost have that thought. How do I make people buy stuff? And you might feel kind of maybe unauthentic, or like you're trying to force people to do things they may not totally want to do. Okay. So I want you to comment gun if you like have had that kind of like come on your heart, and you may not have as I say it, you might go, oh yeah, that's how I feel. Like, you may have had that feeling, but didn't put words to it before. Okay. So if you've had that, how do I make somebody else do something? Comment gun. I hope that doesn't get me in trouble on Facebook, but maybe we shouldn't be commenting gun. But anyway, y'all know what I'm saying, right? The giveaway, you have to share this out in Comment Revolution. We're going to be giving out a year's worth of images for your stories. Okay, so share this out, Comment Revolution, or tag 10 names down below. That's a great way to get some people connected with this. Okay. All right. So, and make sure you've commented #Queen. You do have to comment #Queen and click in the message you get the goodies to qualify for the giveaway. All right. Okay. So y'all kind of get what I'm saying, right? So this is what happened. True story. All right. So I set my goals for my business. Part of those goals were my second and my third downline growing. Okay. And like I said, I was really struggling with this. And I mean, I took good care of my team, and I definitely had some growth. But yeah, I was struggling. Okay. I'm just going to be honest with you. So I put those goals down, and I posted them on my mirror, and I went to bed. Okay. Now, remember, I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and I don't have email on my phone. This was 18 years ago. So I get up before my kids got up. So I've probably slept maybe 6 hours-ish. And I turned on my computer because it's the only way I can check email. And, very you've got mail kind of thing. And I open up my email. And there's an email from a gal who says, hi, I am the daughter of one of your downlines. So she was married and lived outside the area. and had some kids. And I was selling scrapbook supplies at the time. She says, my mom is under you. She's your first downline. And I would like to sign up under my mom. My mom is more of a hobbyist and I want to make this a business. If I sign up under my mom, will you help me grow this as a business? This was 6 hours after I set the goal of my second and my third downline teams growing. Now, what was the first thing I said? When you set your goals, you help other people accomplish theirs. Do you really not think there was some sort of kind of energy out there where, it's like, okay, she's ready to help you. Email her now. Okay. And that's the thing. It doesn't mean you still have to learn how to work smart and how to attract people and the conversations to have. But they start coming to you more naturally so you can have those conversations and get them started. Okay. Do you see the power in this, y'all? This was 6 hours later. So some of you said goal setting. No. You had a 1. We asked on a scale of 1 to 10. How comfortable are you, or how much do you love goal setting? 10 meaning I love it. I do it all the time. 1 meaning, I don't want anything to do it. I hate it. Okay. And I would encourage you to now, because hopefully some of you had your sticky notes, and I want you to put it in a comment. Okay. So think about, we've got about 45 days between now and the end of April. How many personally sponsored, let's start with that goal. How many personally sponsored would you love to see come into your organization in the next 40 days? Okay, now this is a sentence I want you to write down. I want you to listen to all the words before you start typing or write it on your sticky note. Hopefully do both. And it is, I have, not will have, not future tense. You have them. They have been born. They are out there. They may live close to you. They may live in another state. The people you're going to recruit, they already exist, right? They don't have to be born. You're not going to recruit babies. So these are people who are alive and are currently on. You already have those recruits. You just need to meet them. Does that make sense? They're here. They exist. So I have, not will have. We do not put future tense in there. Our subconscious works harder when we use the present tense. I have at least. Okay, so let's say your goal is 5 personally sponsored. Would you be upset if you got 6? No, you would be thrilled, right? So let God bless you as much as he can. I have at least 10 personally sponsored, 5 personally sponsored, 3 personally sponsored. Do you hear? Every word in there is very carefully chosen. I have at least. Those should be your first 4 words. There should not be any other words. I have at least X amount of personally sponsored by April 30th, and it feels blank. It feels fantastic. It feels amazing. It feels hopeful. It feels okay. Whatever your word is. I have at least X amount sponsored by April 30th, and it feels blank. All right. So go. Put that in the comments. Put it on your sticky note. Okay. Because law of attraction is a very important part of this process. It is not all the work. Now we're going to talk about how to find them, the wording to use, how to, when you interview 10, how to get more of them, the 10 that you interview to say yes. But this part helps. It's like have you ever put that engine, like that stuff in your fuel tank that kind of like cleans up the gas and like kind of gives you a boost? Like, it's that booster, it's that caffeine, it's that whatever you can relate it to, is that energy bar, it's that, it's like that little thing, but it makes a big difference. Okay. Nice. Oh, Clarice, I'm so impressed. I have at least 6 personally sponsored by April 30th, and it feels exciting. I love it. All right, Jen, I have at least 10 personally sponsored by April 30th, and it feels hopeful. Look at that. So is this you getting married, or is this like a family member. What a gorgeous picture. All right, Miss Cheryl. I have at least 3 personally sponsored, and it feels amazing. Good job. I have at least, good job on following instructions on the wording. I have at least 15. Make sure you put in a personally sponsored by April 30th, and it feels wonderful. I have at least 3 personally sponsored by April 30th, and it feels empowering. I love that word, Lori. Nice. I have at least 3 personally sponsored by April 30th. Tell me how that feels, Catherine. Bring on that word, girl. I love this. I have at least blank. You need a number in there, girlfriend. You missed your number. Try that one more time, Ruby. You got this, girlfriend. And tell me how it feels. Jennifer, I have at least 3 personally sponsored team members by April 30th, and it feels amazing. I love that word. How you doing, beautiful Jennifer? I have at least 3 personally sponsored, and it feels hopeful. So many of you just want to feel hope. I have at least 4 personally sponsored by April 30th, and it makes me feel excited. Miss D is also excited. I love you guys' word. Oh, it's your wedding day. Congratulations, Jenny. Everybody give Jenny a congratulations. Beautiful picture. I have at least 10 personally sponsored by launch date, and it feels like my destiny is unfolding. Very visual. Oh, I love that, Melinda. I like that a lot. I have at least 5 personally sponsored by April 30th. Awesome. Okay. So your head is getting in the game. I love it. I love it. I love it. Look at all of you. I'm so proud of you for putting your goals out. I love this. Oh my gosh. Do you know when you are brave enough to set your goals and manifest them like this, that then what happens is you're feeding each other. Okay. That creative juice really, that energy, you help other people by stating your goals. So impressed. Well done, ladies. Thank you so much for sharing your goals. Absolutely love it. Feels powerful, Miss Bethany. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. All right. So now that we got our head in the game, hopefully your goal setting, like how you feel about it, has improved a little bit. And it's okay if you're scared. Okay. I keep feeling like I need to share this story. Okay. Can I ask you, how many of you have children? And your children, could you give me an idea of their ages? Okay. So I have 3 children ages 12 to 20. I have 3 children ages 3 to 6. Whatever it is. This just keeps popping on my heart. So I'm going to share it. So my assistant, if you see when Creative Success Systems comments, I can't do that and talk at the same time. That's not me. Okay. It's my assistant, and it's actually my son, Porter. And he's 22. He's about as cute and handsome as it gets. So Mr. Porter, when he was little, when he was 5 years old, I started doing goal setting with him. And I'm sharing this because it keeps coming on my heart, and I think someone here must need to know the story. I haven't shared the story forever. So here we go. I'm going to share this story with you. Hopefully it helps either with your teams or your own children or maybe yourself. Okay. So I'm going to tell you what happened. I've been working with people in the direct sales industry, and I would see them get stuck mentally with setting goals. They had a lot of fear of failure and different things. And so in my heart and my head, I said, well, if adults are having a hard time setting goals, maybe it would help if I started my children setting goals when they're young. Okay. And so this was my thought. And I thought, okay, now I'm going to tell you totally, this is exactly what I thought. This is going to make my kids either like really amazing and powerful, and they're going to do big things, or it's going to totally screw them up and put them into therapy. Okay. Like I knew it could go one way or the other depending on how I handled it. All right. So this was my rule for myself, which I'm going to absolutely admit is hard for me. Okay. My rule was they could set any goal they wanted, and I did not get to verbally have an opinion about that goal. Okay. So this is what I had to do. And I knew I couldn't, I had to keep my mouth shut and let him do whatever he wanted, set any goal he wanted. Okay. Now I'm trying to remember exactly. So he was 5 years old. 5 years old. We lived in North Dakota. Now, if you've been to North Dakota, it is flat. The joke is you can watch your dog run away for 3 days because it's so flat because you can still see him. Okay. There was nothing there. We lived in this tiny little duplex. It struggled. There was mold growing on the walls and all sorts of things. It was a hard place. The winters are hard there. For those of you that may live in North Dakota and love it, I am so glad you love it. I struggled. I met some amazing people. I'm glad I lived there. It makes me appreciate different things. And there's some things about it in like Minnesota and stuff that I grew to love. But I don't want to live there again. I'll just be honest. Okay. But so this is the situation we're in. He's 5 years old. All right. And a couple goals he set. I still remember this. He wanted to see cowboys. We lived very far away from anything with cowboys. We lived with Norwegians and Germans. That's what you get in North Dakota. He wanted to live in a new house, which I wasn't really sure how that was going to happen. Like I said, we lived in this little duplex that was moldy, and he wanted to see and be closer to mountains, which there's nothing farther from mountains than North Dakota. And there were a couple other things. But I remember him, and I don't even know why he set these goals exactly or where he came up with these things. He was 5 years old. But I remember thinking, okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I absolutely thought that was a waste of time. I'm a failure. Like, why did we set the... And this was the new year. So this was like between, I don't know, somewhere like the first, second week of January that I did this with him. Okay. And he set these goals. And I thought, what in the heck am I doing? Like, that was just dumb and a waste of time. Like, I was really frustrated with myself. You guys, I'm not kidding. By the end of the year, we had moved to a brand new house in Montana that's surrounded by mountains and, of course, cowboys. And when I looked back at his goals and realized what had happened, I went, oh, you can never poo-poo. That's what I call it. You never minimize anybody's goals. And then we've had several other experiences since then with him setting goals that have been incredibly powerful. When he was a kind of early teen, he set some goals with, he must have been like 10 or 11. Read Harry Potter, hit a home run. He had a swim goal and he wanted to go to Yellowstone. Well, by May, 4 or 5 of these had been accomplished, but I had no intentions on going to Yellowstone, and the school ended up going. It was a better experience than we ever could have planned on our own. In addition to that, he's been a nationally ranked triathlete. As he was in his high school years, he had started as a swimmer, and y'all got to know this. He has a depth perception problem. The pool looks like a black hole. He's not a stellar runner. I mean, he's better at running because we've had coaches that helped him. He's not a natural runner, and learning to bike, if you're behind somebody 6 inches going 30 miles an hour and you don't have depth perception, that's about as scary as it gets. None of this was easy. So I just want you to know that goal setting will take you, your family, anyone you love on that you're interacting with a long ways. It's very, very powerful. And I'm not sure. So if you were somebody that needed to hear that, will you just give me a little heart? Okay. Because I don't know who it was, but it kept coming on my heart. So I wanted to share that with you. And you can message us and ask us a little bit more about what we do with goal setting with our kids if you'd be interested. But I felt like I should share that. So I really pray that if you're the one that needed to hear that, like I said, give me a heart. But your kids, I highly encourage whether it's your kids or your team or whomever it is, goal setting is so powerful, you guys. And it really helps them to have more faith in themselves and others that will help them and the universe and God. And anyway, it's powerful. Okay. Oh, look at all of you. You needed that. Okay. And Porter, I should have him pop on, but I know he hasn't showered today. I'm sure he won't drop on, but he's pretty dang awesome. Anyway, I am biased. I won't even deny it, but I love my kids and how much they love to goal set. Even my son that's 15 and is autistic and stuff, every new year, he's like, Mom, we got to set our goals. And one of his goals was to do a Smash Bros tournament. And I'm not a video fan. And he got to do it for his birthday this last weekend. So anyway, C. Porter, everyone, goals are so awesome and powerful. The universe, God, solar world, or whatever you believe in. Yep. You'll reach it. Okay. All right. So let's get back to talking sponsoring. I really hope that, you got what you needed from that. And I just hope you know we love you a lot, you and your family and your teams, anyone you're talking to about goals. We just love you and we just want to help you do that. Okay, let's get back on to sponsoring. I've got lots of ideas to share with you. Okay, I'm going to talk fast. You ready to take notes? All right. So the first thing with regards to sponsoring that is really important, especially with the way things have changed, there was a time where we met face to face. We sat down and had coffee with people. That was in my day, 18 years ago when I was recruiting. We don't do that anymore. What are we doing? We're texting and we're sending messages, right? And we're also having these virtual parties. There's all these times. The one of the things have changed so greatly is that we can't see body language. I used to do my webinars on Zoom and I could see your little faces. We'd have the little Brady Bunch boxes. And I love that. I love to see your face when I tell you the story about goal setting and somebody needed that for whatever the reason was. And the look on your face changes, right? You're either like have an aha moment or you kind of have that tender, like, oh, I need it. I love to see your body language. Do y'all know what I mean? Comment body language if like you kind of miss that from text messaging and messages, or even if you go live. I miss seeing your faces. Okay. When we coach, we do Zoom because I like to see your faces, at least when we coach. So one of the problems with this is we were all taught 20 years ago. We had that yes or that no challenge. There was a no challenge. Go get 100 no's. Have you ever heard of that? So go ask people. You could be booking parties, signing up with your company, sales. Go get 100 no's, because in that 100 no's, they knew you'd get some yeses. And so that was a challenge that we gave people. Well, we knew you would either get on the phone or be face-to-face with somebody to get that no. And you could see their body language, kind of get an idea what they're thinking. Well, now, let me tell you what happens. This is why we can't do that the same way. We still want to be brave enough to present the opportunity of both your business, hostesses, those kind of things. But, okay, I want you to think about this for a minute, because when I say it, you're going to be like, that is so true. If you're in Messenger, okay, this could be with a spouse, one of your kids. This could be someone in the PTO, one of your team members, someone who's thinking about signing up. There's all sorts of scenarios. When you ask somebody a direct yes, no question, will you volunteer at the, carnival, the PTO thing? Will you take out the trash? Will you? And there's this definite yes, no answer, expected. When people don't want to say no, will you have a party? Will you, sign up, will you join my team? If it's kind of like in that maybe range or no, they just don't respond, because they think if they say no to you, it's hurting your feelings. If they don't respond at all, it hurts your feelings, but they would prefer not to be in a situation where they have to say no. And so asking direct yes, no questions on Facebook Messenger does not work anymore. Do y'all, is that making sense? Okay. So that yes, no question, and what I call is people go MIA, missing in action. So comment MIA. If you've ever been having a conversation with someone you think is going well, you ask them the question, whatever the question was, and they just went, you're like, where are you, Susie? Where'd you go? She's not answering. She must have fell under something heavy. You're like, what happened? Where'd she go? So that awful feeling of MIA, you just can't ask yes, no questions. When you're face to face with somebody, they have to say no, or they're like, well, I'll think about it, right? That's a maybe, but at least you get an answer. In Messenger, if they're like, I don't know, or it's a no, what do? They go MIA. You don't hear from them anymore. They don't want to hurt your feelings. Okay. And so you learned that lesson this week, Miss Carolyn. Carolyn, I love your honesty, girl. I love it. All right. So the yes, no question is something we have to avoid. So instead, what we want to do is this. We want to ask if they want information, not if they want to become a hostess, become a team member. Okay. They want information. When it's hostess coaching, I say, hey, on a scale 1 to 5, how interested are you in getting information or getting, knowing what hostesses get when they book a party? Okay. How much do you want that knowledge? When it's your sponsoring, I just want to give you that so you can kind of get an example. When it's sponsoring, on a scale of 1 to 5, how interested are you in information about how you can make extra money with? Now, this is assuming you're talking to somebody who knows your company. Like they came to your Pampered Chef party, they came to your Norwex party, they've seen you live. Okay. They're familiar with this. On a scale of 1 to 5, how much would you like information about how you could make some extra money with paparazzi? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you like, or scale of 1 to 5, sorry. You can do 1 to 10 too if you want. On a scale of 1 to 5, how interested would you be in information about how to make extra money with Pink Zebra? On a scale of 1 to 5, how much would you like information on how to make extra money with Ruby Ribbon, Scentsy, whatever your company is that people have met you through? Okay. Now, after they answer you 1 or 5, maybe 0. Okay. But 1 through 5, what it is, and don't assume 1 is no, and don't assume 5 is yes. It will get you in trouble, I promise you, okay? You just want to ask, tell me more about why you say 4. Tell me more about why you say 3. Tell me more about why you say this number. And they're going to tell you, okay? Don't you want to know? This is the thing that y'all hate most about recruiting. Someone says no, and you're like, their situation. Like, they need some extra money, or, they want to quit their job, and you're like, this seems like a perfect fit. They said no. I have no idea why they said no. When you ask that, tell me more about why you say 3, they're going to say, these are the reasons I'm interested, but these are the reasons I'm nervous about it. You have this enormous information so that then if there's something they've misunderstood, oh, no, that's not something you have to do. Or it is something you have to do. Oh, you know what? I have some training on that. If I could train you and help you learn how to do that, what would your interest level be? And so you can help them get confident and deal with those things that they're scared about by asking on a scale of 1 to 5. I like 1 to 5, but you can do 1 to 10. On a scale of 1 to 5, how interested are you getting information? Awesome. And put the company name to make some extra money. You guys, don't say discount. Then you're recruiting hobbyists. Find people who want to make extra money. Okay. You can say, well, you love it so much. After they say, no, I'm not interested in extra money, you can follow up. Would you be at all interested in just getting your own personal discount? That could be the next level down, but don't lead with that. Okay. Hobbyists, they do make you some money, but business builders make you a lot more. Okay. You want to first find out who really is interested in making extra money. Excuse me. Okay. Can you feel that? So if that question, almost lifted some weight off you, oh, I could ask that and not feel salesy or, uncomfortable. Okay. Let me know, just say light. Okay. You got a little bit lighter. You're like, I can do that. Okay. This phrase changes so much about how you feel about recruiting, because you're like, well, I can start conversations and not feel slimy, basically. All right. On a scale of 1 to 5, how interested are you in information about how to make some extra money with blank? Please don't sign discount. Don't do it. You're trying to find business builders, okay? Leslie girl, how you doing? All right. You love that language, Kimberly. I'm so glad you do, sweet lady. I'm sure Porter will put on a scale of 1 to 5, how interested are you in information about how to make extra money with blank? After they answer you, you always say, tell me more about why you say. It does not matter what number they say. I promise you, do not assume a 5 is a yes. Don't assume 1 is a no. I love this story. This is more about booking, but you'll get what I mean. This gal was doing a Norwex party. There was a gal at the party, was very interested in the products. She was just cuter than cute. She was newly pregnant, and she seemed super interested in the products. She asked a question on a scale of 1 to 5, how interested are you in booking a party? She said a 1. Now, you could have definitely, like, on a scale of 1 to 5, how much would you like information about what a hostess can get? You can tweak it a little bit, but this is what she asked, okay? And she said 1. She's interested in having a party, a 1. And she was surprised because she could see her body language. She seemed like she was really interested. And so she's like, in my head, I'm like, that's a no. But Michelle made me promise I would say, tell me more about why you say 1. She's like, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. She's like, but I did it. And she says, so tell me more about why you say 1. She says, well, we just moved here and I'm newly pregnant and I feel horrible. And my house is a wreck. And my husband, he's working this new job. He doesn't have time to help me put the house together. I just can't have people in my house. And she's like, oh, well, hun, what if we were to have a virtual party? You can sit on the couch in your jammies. You don't have to unbox anything to have this party. Totally flipped it around and she booked a party. Don't assume a 1 is a no. There may be something that you can help her with to clarify that will switch that 1 from a 5 by letting her tell you why it's a 1. Some people are like, yeah, I'd love to do it. I'm a 5, but I'm moving and I have this other job and there's not a chance in heck I'm doing it, but I am interested in the information. You guys, don't assume a 1 is a no and a 5 is a yes. Just listen, ask the questions, and be a really good listener. It works brilliantly. Okay? All right. You are so welcome, Miss Clarice. All right. So now that we've started this conversation, now we know their interest level. We're going to say, awesome. I would love to share with you about the company. May I ask you a couple quick questions to get to know you better? Okay. So we're not completely ready to just go, so this is how much it costs, and this is how you get signed up, and this is the commission. No. We want to get to know them better and their personality. So let me give you a quick example. I know I'm running over time, so hang in there with me, okay? So what I like to find out, there's this great book called Get Motivated by Tamara Lowell. I don't even know if it's still in print. And there's these motivational styles. It really helped me better understand myself. It's helped me understand my kids and everyone I work with. So motivational styles, the very first, there's like 3 sets. There's 3 questions and you have like an A or B, like each of those 3, there's A or B. Let me tell you what the first A or B is. Okay. So the first one is either you lean a little bit more towards what we call money and titles. Like if your company dangles a carrot, like on a scale of 1 to 10, how much you want that carrot? If you are a carrot, here's an incentive, here's a trip, here's your car bonus, here's how you get to the next level. If you are that person that will go for that carrot, I want you to comment carrot, okay? That's your money and titles. If you're someone, so some of you are not going to say carrot, okay? So listen to this. The other personality is, and motivational style, is called change the world. They're very focused on what the product does to make their life better. They're very focused on how the business opportunity brings in more people. And how it helps them change their finances. They're very focused on other people. And what you have to do is help them set their goals on how many people they're going to help versus how much they're going to do in sales. They go help 10 people. They still get their sales. They still get their promotions. You get your promotions. But when you try to help someone who's changed the world, set their goals around money versus around how many people they'll help, it will feel uncomfortable. They don't feel authentic. And the two of you will kind of knock heads a little bit. So some people are what we call money and titles. They're like, show me that bonus check. I want to be on stage. I want the crown. I want the title. And it's not one's good or bad. You understand? Like the Mother Teresa needs the Bill Gates to do the donating of the money, right? Okay. Very, very important that we have people that are labor intensive with regards to making the world a better place, and people that are philanthropists and donate money. We need both to make the world go round. One is not selfish and the other not. It's just motivations, okay? So some of you are change the world. You're like, I love to talk to that person. I love to make a difference in their life. I really wish I didn't have to think about money, but I know I have to a little bit take care of my family, okay? So I want you to comment world if you're change the world. I want you to comment money if you are more money and titles, because I want to give you an example of when you're sitting down to interview people, what could happen when you're sharing. So how many of you have heard the share your story? Okay, how many of you have been taught that in your company? Comment story if you've been. Share your story for your recruiting. That's how we recruit. We share our story. I'm going to tell you why not to share your story. And sometimes you'll share it, sometimes you won't. Depends on what you find out about people. Okay. Kara, change the world. Okay. Love it. I love your honesty with yourself. Okay. Jennifer, I'm going to tell you how to buy the program. Okay. I am on it. Give me just a hot second. Okay. So in this money and title, so we can't sit down with somebody or message people and go, so are you money and titles or change the world? Okay. They're going to be like, who are you and what are you asking me? That would be a little bit of a weird question. Okay. So what we ask instead is this. So I want you to think about this for a second. What you want to ask, so you ask permission after you find out their scale 1 to 5. Why do you say 4? Awesome. Sounds like you'd be interested in the information. Can I ask you a couple quick questions first? So what we want to ask is, what has been your absolute favorite job and why? Okay. If they talk about, oh, I loved nursing and helping people and da-da-da, or man, I loved doing the sales. I got a lot of commission. I got a lot of recognition. I got titles. Okay. So first we ask what's their favorite job and why. That's going, and you got to listen carefully. Based on what they say, you're going to be able to get a pretty good sense if their money and titles or change the world. You also want to ask based on what they're doing right now. Okay. Even if it's a stay-at-home mom, based on what you're doing right now, or even maybe they're with a different company, based on what you're doing right now, if there was one thing that changed that would improve or increase how much you enjoyed what you're doing now, what would that one thing be that you need more of to make what you're doing now feel more fulfilling, more satisfying? You'd be more motivated, happier. What's that one thing that needs to happen to improve it? Not what's the one thing you hate. Don't make it negative. Keep it very positive. What's that one thing that you'd feel a little bit better if you had that one extra thing? You're going to hear either recognition, appreciation, money. That's going to tell you what's missing and could be their motivational style. Does that kind of make sense? Okay. And there's 3 other motivational styles. We call them variety versus consistency. Some people like a very regimented day. Other people like to change things up. I happen to be variety. And then the last one is, are you work in a group or work independently? I am fiercely work independently. I don't love to work in a group. I love people. I do. I absolutely love people. I don't love to work in a group. I'm like, you do your thing, I'll do my thing. Let me know when you're done and we're going to party hardy together after we're done. Okay. Where some people like, let's all come in the kitchen. Everybody has their assignment. The music's on. We're all like, here, you go do your thing. I'll cook. All right. So you need, and what we have is this recruiting script that gives you questions that help to reveal those things. Like variety, consistency, we ask like on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you enjoy change? That tells us a lot about, do they like consistency or variety? I like change. I like to learn new things. I like to, I like to change things up. I'm variety. And you want to know the funny thing? That's what helped me learn why I love to coach. I love to teach people that sell different things every day. And I don't like to talk about those same products all day long. That's what works best for my personality, okay, and my motivational style. So can you see? And so what we do is, after we got, are they consistency, variety, are they work independent, are they change the world? So let's say money and titles, change the world, or sorry, money and titles, variety, and work independently. So if I was talking, let's say I was talking to Carolyn would say, Michelle, let me tell you how well this company could fit how you like to work, okay? First of all, we have amazing recognition. At each level, you're going to have your name in the lights. The company owner calls you. You get this $1,000 bonus. We get to go on this trip. It sounds like you'll earn that. It's amazing. And you're going to love how there's lots of different ways to sell this. You can do booths and expos. You can sell on Facebook. You could have parties. There's all different ways to sell it. You're going to love how you can change that up and how many different people you can help with that. And then lastly, you're going to be able to decide how you want to market. You can work totally as independent as you want. You have a big group of people to learn from, but if you want to do your own thing, you can trail your own path. This is your business. You work as independently as you want. Now, some of you, as I said, that went because your motivational style is the opposite of mine. And so this is the thing, you guys. If you don't listen to what people want and your motivational style happens to be the opposite, you're going to make people feel uncomfortable. So if, let me see who was Change the World. So Miss Ruby is Change the World. Miss Jenny is Change the World. Okay. So if I'm talking to those two gals and I'm like, girls, we're going to be on stage and we're going to earn this trip and we're going to get our name in lights and the owner's going to call us and we're going to be on stage. Ruby and Jenny, and you tell me if I'm wrong, or those Lori's Change the World, you're going, do we get to talk to people and do we get to help people? Because I'm not really interested in being on stage, and it makes you feel yucky. Okay. Whereas if my girl Ruby's like, okay, we are going to help so many people. It's going to be so fun. And we're going to see their lives change. And it's just going to be amazing how much we get to help people. And I've got my girl Eunice. I've got my girl Susan. And they're like, girl, show me the money, honey. Okay. Your story may literally turn somebody off, basically. May kind of make them feel a little bit uncomfortable. And it's not that you're lying. You're not. There's a lot of different ways to work your business. Okay. You need to present the opportunity based on what works for them and how they like to work, not how you like to work. There's more than one way to do it and be successful, right? Can y'all feel that? Does that make sense? All right. Present the opportunity based on what makes them tick. So you need to have kind of like maybe mentally or kind of on your phone or a file where you're like, man, this gal has so changed the world. She cares so much about people. She's earned titles and stuff, but her big thing, she's always talking about whose lives have been changed. This gal, she's always excited about the awards and being on stage, and then whatever your story is. You want to kind of have some stories of different people in your company that have succeeded with those different motivational styles. So you can share the story of the person who matches how the other individual that you're talking to likes to work. Okay. Match what works for them with what your business has to offer. Do not share what works for you or why you're here, especially if it's not matching their motivational style. Okay. Can you all feel that? You want the motivational style to match. Everybody comment match. All right. Stop the madness. Right? Stop talking about crowns on the stage. All right. And all of you, can I just tell you, all of you are a mix of, you are a mix of both. How do I say this? Change the world and money and titles. None of you are like, I don't care about money. I just do this just to help people. 100%. No, you all are a mix of both, but one is heavier than the other. Okay. All of you know you need some consistency, but not like variety, or you're consistent, but you need to put a little variety in your life, right? All of you are a mix of these things, but you're heavy in one of the areas. Okay. So that's really, really, really important to understand. So you do have both. None of you just don't care about people, and none of you are like, I'm just going to make money. I don't care what happens to anybody. No, you all are very caring people, but you also know that you need to provide for your family and you have your own goals. Okay. So just know that one's higher than the other. I love it, Lori. I love it. Yes. And isn't that good to know? But when you're talking to somebody that is money and titles, you need to be able to talk their language. Can you feel that? It's not your language, but you need to understand them. All right. You just want to chalk the world. Susan, you're so cute. Chalk the world. You laugh. Sorry, you guys. You're so funny. Let's just chalk the world. Oh, bless your heart. You're so dang cute. Okay. So we have this awesome sponsoring program for you. We actually call it Recruiting 101. And it's a fabulous program, you guys. And you're going to get 30 videos that are going to help you understand so much more about, I like to do little posts like on a scale of 1 to, or no, goal setting posts. So let me give you an example, because some of you don't like the word goal setting, but it's like, if you could go anywhere on a dream on a weekend getaway with your spouse or sweetheart, where would you go? And what this does is it gives people that opportunity to chat with you about what makes them tick. And then you can say, hey, is that something you're saving up for? Do you have a plan for that? What would your thoughts be on knowing how, a fun way to make some extra money for that? So can y'all see that? It's like, wow, that's really powerful. And so you have stuff like that to find people who need the business opportunity. Okay. In the program, we have much, much more about this dialogue. We have some stuff about goal setting. We have stuff, a couple really cool things we have in this program are things like, how to explain this, how to close the deal. Okay. One of the things we haven't hit on much yet is that you don't want to ask a yes, no question. You want to ask a yes, yes question. Do you want to start now or next month? Do you want the bigger kit, the smaller kit? Do you want to start face-to-face or online? Okay. So does that kind of see what I'm saying? So that's really, really, really important, is to understand how to close deals. The other thing we have in this program is how to get people off the fence. How many of you can think of at least 3 people that you're like, I've talked to them, I don't know what the deal is, I can't get them off the fence? Okay. They've thought about it. I know they'd be great at it. They're just sitting on that fence. I'm not really sure what to do. Okay. How many of you have those kind of people? I want you to comment 3 or 3+ if you have that. All right. So this program covers so many things, and it's an investment that like pays itself back so quickly, because you're going to love how good you feel, how much you connect with people, how you're such a better listener. It's amazing. Okay. So this is called our Recruiting 101. And it's $147 or 3 payments of $57. It's very, very, very reasonable. It's a very inexpensive program that we have. And it is the bomb diggity. Okay. You're going to get videos on so many different things that is going to make you feel hopeful. You're going to feel excited. You're going to better understand how to connect to people. You're going to be a better listener. You're going to come off way less salesy. You're actually going to listen more and talk less. If you're looking through your messenger and there's like a recruiting interview you've had, your goal should be that you see more of your person you're talking to, them talk more and you talk less. Okay, if you see that, you can go, I'm a success. because the goal is that you're getting to know them better. Okay. Now we have a bunch of images that are like I said, where would you take a weekend trip with your spouse? What kind of activity would you put your kid in if you had the money for it? And they are awesome images. And the first 10 people who sign up for Recruiting 101 are going to get those bonus images because they are fantastic ways to find what are basically the holes in people's lives. What are they wishing they were doing? What would they do differently if they had that extra income? And so the first 5 people, 10 people who sign up for that, and this is going to go fast because it's only $147 program. And the other thing you're going to get with this, okay, so I want you to think about this. You're going to get 2 what I call Question Queen sessions, and they're 2 hours on Zoom. You can literally be messaging people and working on recruiting them while you're on with my team. So Royanna does these calls. She is one of the top sponsors. She's actually been a top sponsor with 3 different companies. She's with Ruby Ribbon right now, and she's a brilliant recruiter. And you can be, you can either have had a message or conversation coming like, can you review this conversation? Is there anything I could have said different? Or you can, in those 2 hours, we've had people recruit their first people on this call. You can be messaging back and forth. We'll help you know what to say. So where your little Jiminy Cricket on your shoulder, you come to those 2 sessions, we'll help you recruit. Okay. When do you ever get that much assistance? Okay. So if you'd like a little cricket to assist you, comment cricket. Because we walk with you. We're going to give you those videos, and then we're going to give you a chance. Because sometimes we give you scenarios on the videos, and they're like, wait a minute, she answered that. That's not what she was supposed to say. It'll throw you off a little bit. We're going to help you know how to work through that. And so Recruiting 101 is amazing. $147 or 3 payments of $57. The first 10 will get those bonus images. They're fantastic, you guys. It'll really help you to reveal who needs you. Okay. It will do an amazing job to help you like really understand who needs you. All right. Excuse me. Sorry. Everybody's getting the best of me just a little bit here. Okay. Now, who of you has a team that's bigger than 50? I just want you to comment the word team. If you have a team bigger than 50 on your team, comment team. I'm going to have a little conversation with you. Comment team. And also let me put this link up one more time for Recruiting 101. Those of you that said, I need that script. This is what you want to click on. Oh, Eunice, you're going to post those images on your personal profile or in your group or on your business page. And when people comment like, I wish my kid was in this activity, or I'd love to go on this trip, or my dream car is this, or I wish I had savings for this. Like we had all these cool questions. As people comment on them, one of my favorite questions is, what would you do with an extra $500? When people comment, then you can message them and kind of like get an idea. Is that something you have a game plan for? Are you saving for it? No. Would you like some ideas on how you can make some extra money to pay for that? So they're great ways to reveal people who actually are looking for extra income. They're fabulous because it's not, do you want to sign up for my team, which we all know doesn't work. So we need a back way to like find needs. When you reveal needs, that's where you can then grow. Okay. It's awesome. All right. So Jean and Vicky and Lisa and Sandy have teams a little bit bigger. Okay. So, all right. Anybody have any questions about Recruiting 101? I do want to share with you a little bit. So I want to share with you a little bit about this really cool thing we have for your team. Okay. So if you saw, people had a variety of responses to my question about, on a scale of 1 to 10, how comfortable are you with goal setting? Okay. And I would assume as a team leader, you've seen that in your team, some that are excited about goal setting and some that aren't. And like I said, I've been teaching goal setting forever. Almost forever. Anyway, I've always, when I was young, I set my own goals. My parents were not goal setters. This is just something that's been part of me, and then I've embraced, and I've read a lot of books and then taught other people, and so something I've developed in myself. And one of the things, have you all heard of the phrase growth mindset? Growth mindset. Or the phrase or the word grit. Okay, so comment if you've heard any of those. Growth mindset, grit. Basically, it's kind of tenacity, it's kind of work ethic, it's kind of that ability to do things even when it's hard. Okay, those kind of things. Yay, Miss Lori, awesome girl, you're gonna love it. You're absolutely going to love it. I'm so happy for you, love. Awesome sauce. All right. Growth mindset, right? Okay. So we have this, yay. The 247 is our social media 101. Recruiting is not in the social media 101, Miss Eunice. It's a totally separate program. Social media 101 is all about algorithms and how to learn those kind of things. Okay. Two different skills. Growth mindset. Exactly, Miss Sandy. Okay. All right. So let me tell you about this. So I've created this really fun program, and those of you who said team who might want to have a little private conversation. And what it is in growth mindset, we have created a program that every single month you have. So those of you that said team, can you just comment if you have a group for your team? So the group, when you have that group, right? One of the things you want to do is post things in there that keep them motivated. Now, most of the time, what I've seen from most leaders, and you might be a little bit different, but most of the time they're definitely keeping people up to date on products, on new products coming out, specials the company has, stuff from the company. Then you do a variety of training with regards to sales, maybe some stuff with social media, maybe recruiting, bookings, parties. You're doing very specific training to help people, move their business along and get sales. What sometimes needs to happen is to help people more with their mindset. Okay. And so I have a whole program, and it's so fun. It's called our Grit program. And each month, what you will get is a series of images, and each month has a specific theme. Like we've done perseverance and courage, and they're very these positive words. And you're going to get 15 images with really fun questions like courage. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how scared are you watching a horror movie? Or what's the scariest extreme sport you would have done or would love to do? Or it has all these fun questions. Or what do you say to your kids when they're scared? And what that does is it helps people to reflect on themselves and where they're letting maybe fear get them hung up. Or if we've got perseverance or determination, where maybe they kind of giving up, where they could keep going. Anyway, and so you get these banners that you can replace your group on your group with. You've got these images you put in there and ask questions and get conversations going. They're really fun because I know a lot of people tell me their Facebook groups or their teams their engagement can be lower than they wish it would. And when you're talking about more of this interpersonal stuff and get people really talking about how they think about things and how they face things and how they persevere through things, you can really help people. Then what I tell people all the time is you got to get people excited enough that they face their fears. Their fears higher than their excitement, they won't do it. So having that excitement higher than the fear, what that does is then we don't just wake up one day without fears. If you've had any success, you know the reason you had success is that you faced your fear. Okay. And that's really important to understand, because it's facing our fears that makes it so we move forward. We don't eliminate fears. And then we realize, we get like cognitive thinking enough to go, I don't have to be so scared. Okay. And it's really, really powerful how that works. You motivate daily. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So this grit program is amazing. So I just want you to comment grit if you have a team that you'd be interested in knowing exactly how this works and how you get it. So we deliver it to you. All the content is made. Okay. Do you ever feel like, what am I going to post to my group next? Oh, it also has 4 weekly challenges. Like the challenges can be anything from kind of facing your fears to consistency, to social media. They're so fun. And it's all about helping people to build emotionally. It's helping them to build perseverance. It's helping them to keep going when it's hard. It's really fun. Okay. So it's called our grit program. So just comment grit if you'd like to know more details about how to get that. There's so much content you get with this. It really takes a lot off your plate with trying to figure out what to teach next and makes your life it's fun. And you see your people grow as they're answering the questions, and you get to know each other better. And on top of that, you're talking about something really positive. It just creates a really good energy in your team Facebook group. So let me know if you'd like to know that. Just go ahead and comment grit, and we'll have a private message with you, and we'll make sure you find out what the options are for getting that, because it's a ton of fun. Okay. So comment grit if you're a team leader and you'd like to know more about that. Okay. Who needs the link on recruiting? Eunice is in. Awesome, lady. You're going to have a ton of fun. All right. Let me put this up one more time. Recruiting 101. That link just popped up in there. What was your aha moment today? What did you learn today that either was a reminder or you're like, I'm going to start doing that? Okay. What was your aha moment? What's your aha moment? How to ask questions. I love it. How to use your story. Oh, smart, right? When to use it, when not to use it, what pieces to use of it. Excellent, Sandy. Look at your fabulous hair. What else did y'all learn? What was your aha moment? Do you have any other questions about sponsoring or team motivating or anything like that? I appreciate so much you being on and spreading the love. You guys are awesome. All right, let's announce our winner. Bye, Miss Eunice. So glad you can join us. It was all aha for me. I'm so new to my company. It was amazing to hear and have examples of how to recruit. Oh, Rochelle, I'm so glad or Rachel, sorry. So glad to hear that. Miss Jenny Taylor, your aha moment was how to talk to people and what questions to ask. Do you feel like you're going to be a better listener now, love? Love this. Getting out and seeing people in my story. Right now I have the flu. Oh, love, I'm so sorry. Everybody send some prayers and hearts to Miss Susan. You're so welcome, Miss Jenny. The right questions to ask and the driver styles are, yeah, the motivational styles. Awesome, Miss Lori. Okay, our winner chicken dinner. So thank you so much for helping us spread the word. Is Miss Ada Graham. Miss Ada Graham, thank you so much for helping us spread the word. Ada, if you're here, please say, hey girl, I'm here. And so we can all congratulate you. Also message us and we'll tell you how you'll get that awarded to you. For sure. Oh, good. I'm so glad, Jenny. Ada Graham. Oh, I love this. Realizing recruiting is different than selling when it comes to finding the right people. All right, y'all. So we definitely have a few more left of Recruiting 101. We want to make sure you get those images for free and the whole recruiting script because I give you kind of a little glimpse of the things you can be asking. So grab that link. Make sure you get signed up for that. All right. Any thoughts or any questions? If you haven't yet, to get our goodies, make sure you commented #Queen. And if you have anyone that you'd like to share this information with, make sure you tag them in the comments below or share this out. Ruby, you're the bomb, girl. I'm so glad to see you. Thanks for hanging out with me today. We need to chat. I want to hear how your business is going. I'm glad you're here, Miss D. We're looking for Miss Ada who won. Miss Ada, if you're here, let us know you're still on. All right, my friends. Any other questions? So remember the Recruiting 101, you get 30 awesome videos that really help you understand anything from how to find people who might be interested, how to ask the question well, how to do the interview, how to close the deal, and how to get people off the fence. There's even a little bit in there about how to get your team started correctly. There's a lot of really awesome stuff in there. Okay. So want to make sure you understand about that. And then you're going to get 2 Question Queen sessions. You can come for those 2 hours on Zoom and we'll literally walk with you and help you recruit. Okay. Help you with the wording, help you with the messaging. It's amazing. And then you're going to get that bonus images. They're going to help you find people who have a reason for needing to earn extra money, help you have that good conversation with them. So make sure you get that. Okay. Oh, Rachel, you are so welcome, love. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, that's cool. Was that your aha how you can use this being a Christian? That's really cool, Susan. I like that. Awesome. Yeah, make sure you do #Queen to get the goodies. All right. Anybody else need those links? We'd love to have you join us. Click on that and get started, and we're going to have a good time. All right, my friends. Take care. Thank you so much for joining me. Everybody tell Porter thank you. Give him a high five. It's been a pleasure hanging out with y'all today. Everybody have a blessed and amazing day. Set those goals. I'm so excited for you to find those who are waiting to meet you. Bye, y'all.